let's go ahead and dig into this run game as far as the total shape of the week is concerned. And like you said, I thought that you saw the most explosive Pacheco that we saw throughout, really this entire season so far. And I think that it rewarded what was a really good run blocking performance from the offensive line. So got a little bit of inside zone here. Nice double teams on the interior, Creed and Kingsley displacing the three tech. Trey gives a little, nice little courtesy shove, but Taylor has that handled as far as that's concerned. Then you're getting guys climbing. Kingsley does a really nice job continuing to try and wall it off. Creed continues to kind of get up to the second level, but really they're both just plowing the guy back into him. And Pacheco does a nice job of stemming into that B gap, type fake, gets up into the A gap and turns into explosive play because he sheds a few tackles.
Yards after contact. Great job.
Yes. Beautiful to see the yards after contact.
Our yards
gets in the hole, shakes off a one arm tackle, shakes off another tackle, run through another one, and finish strong. Good job by Pacheco there.
Yeah, love seeing him be able to get skinny.
Classic pop
through the hole, especially last night. He was running. That's the toughest.
That's Jersey pop right there.
Yeah, I was glad to see that Pacheco back. It was great to see because he's such a good guy and things of that nature. I know everybody loves him in the locker room and things of that nature, but to see that tenacious, put my shoulder down and let's go just get positive yards. I love seeing that. No real stutter. The cutback last. He cut back.
He cut back.
It took him a second. It took him a second to complete the cutback, but he did do it. And there's a few things that I want to point out on this play. 1, 13 personnel. 2, under center. Running a little bit of that stretch to the outside zone. But when you run it under center, it gives you the ability to get to the cutback because of where the angles of the running back are concerned. And when you can do it from 13 personnel, then things start to open up. They're going to have a heavy box here. They're going to – the safety's going to walk down on the backside. So they're going to get to an 8-man box ultimately. But that's – this team, because of the guys that they got up front, they can push guys around. It's the 8-man box doesn't mean, hey, we got to be scared to run the ball. We can get that done if we do it in the right manner. 1, Josh Simmons on the backside of this concept just does a great job. Hey, I'm going to swipe down your hands. You're going to be going down into the ground, brother. You're not doing anything here.
Thank you for not calling holding on that play, Lyman.
And that is not a hold. That is a snatch and you're dead. That is not a hold. That's not how that works. Excellent job here of climbing. Both Noah Gray getting to the second level here. Creed going to get to the second level. Kingsley doing a really good job athletically. Trey also trying to cut that off too. Like I said, good job by Josh Simmons on the backside. Kelce comes over, washes down that linebacker as well at the second level. Pacheco, again, like we talked about, good vision there. Cutback takes a second, but eventually gets to it, and then he's into open space and be able to finish the run well. That was just such a beautiful thing for me to see. 13 personnel, under center, outside zone, allowing there to be a cutback lane because of the way that the structure of the run is concerned. Pacheco seeing the cutback lane, taking advantage of it, well blocked across the board. I love to see that. And it's frustrating because you know that you can do that, but it's just not, you don't do it all the time. Of course.
I tell y'all, Andy and Spags be trolling us. All the things we wanted to see them do the last 2 weeks, most under center snaps we've seen DMac, most play action snaps from under center we've seen the last 2 weeks. All the things we begged for the first 3 weeks we didn't see. And now they're slowly integrating into the system. We saw Brashard barely any in the offense. Last 2 weeks, he's gotten the most snaps he's gotten in the whole season. So everything we've wanted them to do, they're slowly integrating it. It's just frustrating because we know they can do these things consistently. They just hold back on what they can and cannot do sometimes.
Yeah. You gotta eventually let your guys who your road graders be road graders, man. Especially that interior. You already know Creed, Trey, Kingsley, they all want you to at this point to run the ball. I think they live for those snaps or whatever, especially being able to get out and use the both athleticism from both guard positions in Trey and in Kingsley. I think you got to continue to do these types of things and get underneath center and just establish an identity at this point. You know, like we may not be great at the halfback draw trap game from shotgun or whatever. Let's get underneath center and just run it down people's throats. Pause.
Thoughts?
No, absolutely, and honestly, it's a mentality aspect of it, allowing the offensive line to move forward and say, "Hey, we want you to be on attack and really get guys out of there." This is a massive first play here, and this is a 33-yard run by Kareem Hunt. To be able to be backed up there on the 3 and to start this drive this way, in my opinion, was massive for them to be able to actually score a touchdown this drive on a 97-yard drive. This is how you started off too. And again, look, hey. You can have 8 guys in the box, and I think even technically, maybe is that 9? Is that technically 9? Because the safety technically walks down here, or I guess it's
Jordan
walks
Lewis.
in. Yeah, Jordan Lewis walks in there. So you can have 9 people in the box and still run the ball, right? If you get into 13 personnel to do it, right? Hey, we're gonna run a little bit straight ahead, halfback dive. We're gonna get a little bit of a duo block. Creed Humphrey does a good job getting off of his, cleaning out that linebacker who tries to stop it. Jawaan Taylor seals that top side. Great blocking on the front side of this concept by the tight ends and Tonyan and Gray. Hey, we're going to let Kareem get up in here. All right, we're going to take care of it. And he does a good job fighting off the safety and getting 33 yards, man. I just, again, just really good blocks across the board. Creed with that reach block does a good job. That Trey, initial punch does a great job of being able to get Creed out in front of him. Mm-hmm. Kingsley's athleticism does enough to get in front of Armstead as well.
Man, get a pancake. Tell me what is he talking about? Run that back, DMac. Nigga, gotta run that back. We ain't gonna skip past that. Run that back. Y'all gonna watch this pancake by my dog Noah. Tell him to get something, Noah.
Put him in the dirt. Put him in the dirt, baby. Put him in the dirt, Noah. That's the stuff. And again,
Noah, what are you talking about?
I thought Travis Kelce's blocking last week was much better. I like to see better blocking from Robert Tonyan and Noah Gray as far as that is concerned. And again, this is an emphasis. You do not need to be afraid to run the ball. I don't care how many they get in the box. If you're under center and you're running the ball with the correct concepts, you're going to have success. This offensive line is good enough to have success. I promise you it's good enough to have success. So, and even with the lack of running back talent, but again, if you get this level of Pacheco play specifically, I think you're going to be fine in that aspect. This offensive line can eat if you give them the right structure to.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's what they're built. I mean, essentially, it's what they're built to do, man.
Hey, Chuck, they gonna respect my dog Noah. They said he don't block busters.
Like, allow them to do what they're best at this point.
Football's not a complicated game, man. When you run the ball under center, play action opens up. Everything opens up for everyone. Most of our explosive plays last 2 weeks have came from under center. That's not a surprise. So,
I don't know why, but Trey Smith on this play makes me chuckle here. Just like, I'm gonna hold on. Don't worry. I'll seal off the edge. Don't worry about it. Little shotgun counter that we like to run at times. Does a good job. Again, this is honestly, like, obviously Kingsley on the backside of this does a good job getting to the linebacker. Josh Simmons cuts off that three technique getting down there. And obviously good job by Jawaan sealing off Ogba. But this is a Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith touchdown. Let me get up to this linebacker. Devin Lloyd, you're going to be erased. Trey Smith cuts off that C gap for him to get open there. Hey, we're going to open that up, or that B gap, I should say, to get you open into the end zone. Kareem Hunt finishes the run with power, man, and that's a touchdown. So great job by Creed and Trey on that.
We have a good formula. Pop on first, second down, Kareem on short yardage. And then Broussard on third down. Looking like a little formula in that backfield. Starting to come together.
I love the usage. I love the usage of using Kareem at the goal line. I think he's obvious, and I think this is why the red zone offense is going to get better, just because if you continue to use Kareem's vision
double pull
down in these areas,
easy work.
Like he finds the open area,
great
and is able to get into the end zone with his contact balance sometimes too. Sometimes
that's why they be in the meetings, DG. I told y'all we can run the ball at a shotgun. Y'all said we can't do it.
Yeah, I know. And again, it's the shotgun runs are frustrating, but they are useful, to an extent for the way in which they design the offense. I think the balance that they had between under center and shotgun was a lot more palatable ultimately. But the big thing here, and this is really good play design by Andy Reid. Trey Smith. Travis Kelce is going to go across this formation. Hey, we're going to get the guy going out here. Now look, Lewis. Lewis has to play with outside leverage because you can't just give him a free release to the outside as far as the goal line is concerned. So Lewis is out of the picture now in this play. But you get the numbers advantage back on the weak side of the concept because guess what you're going to do? get some athleticism. Kingsley Suamataia pulling. Travis Kelce pulling. These guys crash down, get that front side sealed.
Get you one,
Kingsley. Great head placement, Kingsley. Make him go around.
Absolutely. Kingsley Suamataia, helmet upfield, sealing off that backside edge, making sure he's not going to be able to get through. Noah Gray comes through as well. I mean, I should say, Noah Gray helps seals off the front side. Travis Kelce comes around just to make sure that Murray can't get to it. Kareem Hunt makes sure that Devin Lloyd can't get him on the backside. It's beautiful. That's a beautiful play to be able to run down inside and good play design with the motion to set it up as well to get you the numbers advantage. Well executed across the board.
Put him in the dirt, Kingsley.
Was that 42 that got invited to the dirt?
It was a half pancake. It was more like a crate.
It was a silver dollar. It was a silver dollar pancake.
He made a business decision. He didn't want to get
dirt meat player.
I'll still give Kingsley credit though. We'll put him on. We'll keep him up with our pancakes for the season. I'll put him on the board.
Just look at the after the play. You can just tell. It's like, damn.
He's like, I ain't want to hit that, man.
Right.
I don't do that.
That's a 300-pound man.
Running full speed.
Yeah, dude. We'll finish it off here. I did want to talk about the 9-yard touchdown run ultimately from Patrick Mahomes. A little bit of option play. Is that Juju coming across? Juju coming across the formation. Get Hollywood Brown on the initial. Only five linemen here, no tight ends. But hey, Agba, you're going to be on blocks. We're going to work off of you. If you come crashing down, Mahomes, go ahead and keep it. And I'm going to go to the sideline view in a second here. Mahomes keeps it. He's going to beat Emmanuel Agba outside. But I want to show the other side of it because it is important. Again, this is where the RPO game does matter. And I know it is frustrating at times to see us do it. But let me see. Hold on. You're going to let me get to it. I may need to select a new play to get to it. All right. Hold on a second.
Pat Vick, man.
Put the legs out, boy.
So they get Hollywood Brown over here. Juju's going to come to the bottom of the screen. Obviously, similar to the touchdown last week versus the Ravens where versus the Giants. Versus the Giants where Mahomes pump fakes it, obviously, to Travis Kelce outside. And again, this is where good play design adds up and can get you an advantage. Travis Kelce and Hollywood Brown to the bottom of the screen, that's going to immediately widen these two DBs at the top of the screen that you see here. They're going to be attributing for, hey, does they throw it outside to Hollywood Brown with Travis Kelce blocking? That's an element of the RPO concept. Emmanuel Agba is put in conflict by the Mahomes and Pacheco at the mesh point. He crashes down. Mahomes now has an advantage. Hey, one of y'all got to account for me. And if you don't, then I'm running to the end zone. If you don't, then I can throw it out to Hollywood Brown. Mahomes easy into the end zone there. Just awesome ability to be able to use that play design early and tight. And again, when you truly do establish that you have a rushing attack, then these things start to matter for the defense. And it makes your red zone offense that much more potent, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah, I love how the safety in the corner, when they see Pat coming outside, they immediately take leverage and run towards Travis Hollywood, basically leaving Pat a wide open lane. We don't run these plays, obviously, these much, especially in the red zone, to give Pat the option because, like DMac said, we never hand it off. So it was just unfortunate when we do RPOs. It's like a PO, it's never an RPO because we always pull the ball out of it. But for Pat actually to be in that moment and to be aggressive and try to go get a goal, this reminds me of that run he had versus the Buffalo game in the playoffs. When he's going towards the goal line, we were in a similar type of concept, and he gets aggressive and tries to get his hand in the end zone. And Pat's been doing a lot of that running aggressively this year, knowing we had to because we haven't had the guys to get open. But even on this play, guys respected Kelce and Hollywood, so gave him a free lane for a touchdown. So, and he cashed me out, so appreciate you, Pat.
Guns up, Texas Tech, Pat.
Looking like Tech, baby.
The other way, Tech. Was it this one? Yeah, so this is the last one. This isn't necessarily a run scheme design, but this is just me wanting to tip my cap to Patrick Mahomes. The way he gets out of the sack, ultimately, just the functional strength that he possesses and the flexibility he has, I thought was incredibly impressive on this particular play.
I know Bobby got a video compilation right now. All them work they be doing in the summer, this is exactly what they be doing.
This is
runs through 2 tackles, stumbles, picks back up, gets the first down.
That's why you lift all them weights.
Man, there are points and times where I know guys are playing on the field, and you play up against a guy that just he's that guy, man. And this, I know for the Jags defense, this is gonna be one of those moments where it's like, bro, Mahomes. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, the 300-pounder dragging him down and broke the tackle.
And for those that had the misfortune of listening to the broadcast, Troy Aikman and Joe Buck swore he was down when he had this guy draped all over.
Facts.
But yeah, it's one of those play when they do the top 100 list. I think this is one of the things players will talk about. Like it's just Mahomes things, bro. Like it's just one of those things where he makes a disastrous play into a 5-yard gain just because he's just
ain't got a first down. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So that'll wrap up the tape of the week as far as the run game was concerned, because I thought it was important. And like I had said coming into this game, this was a very interesting control group for the Chiefs, in my opinion, because the Jaguars are a good team. They've been playing good football, but this was a good defense, a standardized defense. How did you perform? And the offense, outside of a nitpick as far as the handling of the end of the first half, coming out of the second half, and a nitpick of obviously the Mahomes interception. Outside of those two aspects, they were really consistent and had a great game, in my opinion, from start to finish, with the passing game, with the run game, and the designs. So obviously frustrating outcome, all things considered, but a lot more positive signs, in my opinion, for where this offense is going to be at moving forward. And it starts in the trenches, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. If you'd have told me our O-line would have been playing like this in camp, I would have been very excited. So out of all the things we've been through the last year, to see the O-line play at the level they are, and they're only going to get better with time for Josh, even more so Kingsley, I think the league is in trouble for what this offense can do. Defensively, a little letdown at times, but things that can be corrected schematically as well. But I think offensively, the biggest question we have with the O-line, I think